Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
What caused Dalton's coma?
Why did the old lady know Dalton's grandma?
And why did this movie take so long to get going?
All this and more on Gory Storytime.
Warning. Gory Storytime is a horror movie review show by a son and his dad who thought that letting his 5-year-old watch scary movies was acceptable. If you are offended by horror or talk about blood and gore by a child, or if you don't want horror movies from the 60s through today spoiled, then there is a remote stuck in your couch cushion next to potato chip crumbs. Use it. And of course, parental discretion is advised.
Why? You didn't use any.
Shut up and start the show.
Welcome to Gory Storytime. I'm your host, Jason.
I'm his co-host and his father, Craig, and this week we're going to review...
The third in our...
No, it's the second of our haunted house-related movies / possession, because we realized every haunted house movie, someone gets possessed, so we can't really do that separately.
Right.
There are possession movies separate from haunted houses. There are not haunted houses that seem separate from possession.
Right.
I know.
It's weird.
It is. But anyway, we're doing Insidious. Made a joke.
Okay.
No, the thing is, we have a lot to say about this movie and how many times it took us to
get all the way through this movie.
Yeah. This was at least our third or fourth time trying to watch it. We had made it about 25 to 30 minutes each other time, and we're bored, and this time we made it all the way through because it's for the show.
Yeah, the show must go on.
And the trailers for the sequels look good.
They do. They really do. That's a problem.
Yes. But basically, here's the premise. There's a little kid.
He goes to sleep for a while.
Well, he's really bad at using ladders.
Yeah.
Then he's in a coma. Not necessarily related to the ladder thing.
No, not at all.
And then they try to figure out why he's in a coma because the doctors don't know.
Basically, the rest of the movie is them finding out why he's in the coma, how he's in the coma,
and how to get him out of the coma. Oh, and quickly, I forgot to answer those questions. Remember, I usually do that. I'll just give you just the answers out of context, but in order of 1, 2, and 3. So if you want to go back and match them up. Demons, old demons, future demons.
Accurate.
Anyway, I should have done that first.
Yeah.
I failed.
But
anyway, basically that's the premise of the movie, and there's ghosts and demons trying to get inside this child's body as he astral projects. That's basically it. And they want to get him back before they do that.
Right. Yeah, so...
Why don't we play the trailer so they can see
Colin.
What made us so excited?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hey, sweetie.
Morning, guys.
He's not in a coma. They don't know what to call it. I went into Dalton's room. There was something in there with him.
took tri-field and EMF readings of the whole house, wiring, alarm clocks.
I don't think bad wiring is the problem here.
I want to leave. I want to leave this house. What is it?
It's not the house that's haunted. It's your son.
Okay.
Yes. Now, before we get into the behind the scenes information, of course, we gotta make our living.
Yeah.
And we make our living by having companies come to us with their products to push upon the public. They create products that you will enjoy, use, consume in some way.
Yep.
And then they pay us to talk about it so that you can know that you want to do that.
Exactly.
And this week, see, I made it through without any of this stuff.
Oh my goodness, wait. I'll catch up. Okay.
Gory Story Time is brought to you by JB's Low Energy Drinks. Do you have an excess of energy and want to relax? Try JB's Low Energy Drinks. It'll mellow out the most excited minds and bodies. Try all our amazing yet boring flavors like Coma Colada, Anti-Raspberry, I've Got the Blues Berry, and Dreary Dragon Fruit. That's JB's Low Energy Drinks. Warning, do not operate heavy machinery or try to enjoy life while consuming this product.
Accurate. And by the new book, How to Enter a Child That Is Empty Inside. Oh my goodness, I knew, and it's still... are you a lost spirit looking for a chance to live again? Or maybe you're an evil demon looking for a way to spread your evil. Whatever the case may be, you just need to put yourself in a child today. As bad as the need may be to enter a child, why am I saying that out loud?
Because it's the copy that was given to us.
Oh. As bad as the need may be to enter a child, you may need ideas on how to do it. That's where How to Enter a Child That Is Empty Inside can help. Guaranteed to put you in a small human within 2 weeks or your money back. That's How to Enter a Child That Is Empty Inside by J. Epstein, published by the M. Jackson Publishing.
Anywho,
Yeah.
that's enough of that.
Oh.
Now we should be receiving gigantic checks in the mail.
Yeah.
Let's get down to it. Let's tell these people behind the scenes information, because the scenes were dull, so
Yeah.
let's see if there was
See
excitement
behind this-
making it.
Right, okay. The film was shot in just 3 weeks.
And only takes 4 to watch. The film was originally going to be called The Further. You know, like what you're saying to yourself when you're trying to decide if you should jump off the bridge. Further. That way you don't survive, because then you might have to finish this movie.
2015, there was a Insidious themed maze at Universal Studios Orlando for the event of Halloween Horror Nights. The maze was based on the 3 Insidious films released at the time.
33 violins were used for the theme music.
Director trademark. Oh, okay. At around 30 minutes, when Josh is in the classroom, on the chalkboard behind him, the name James Wan can be clearly seen, as well as a drawing of Billy, the puppet from Saw, with the number 8 written on it, because the 8th movie was just coming out.
Yes.
And the rest of the names are the actual names of people that worked on the film.
Ethan Hawke turned down the role because he read the script and didn't want to bore his fans. It went to Patrick Wilson, who had no such qualms. Not only do Hawke later appeared in Sinister. Not only do Insidious and Sinister use a negative adjective as a title, but are both supernatural horror movies produced by Jason Blum, who I'll get into later, in which both Hawk and Wilson are the head of their respective families who move into a house that's haunted by a strange entity, specifically targeting children.
Sinister was really good.
Too bad we're not watching and reviewing Sinister for this right now.
Right. James Wan, who directed both this film and The Insidious Chapter 2 and The Conjuring and Conjuring 2, had the Conjuring franchise in mind while directing the first Insidious movie. A number of coherent points can be spotted in both the first and the second Insidious movies. Okay.
The film won 2 Fright Meter Awards in 2011, Best Horror Movie and Best Supporting Actress for Lynn Shay. Apparently no other movies came out that year because...
Eek.
Best Horror Movie?
Josh's mother in the film is named Lorraine. Coincidentally, Patrick Wilson, who played Josh, would later go on to play Ed Warren, husband of Lorraine Warren, in The Conjuring, which was also directed by James Wan.
This was the first film distributed by Film District.
Yes, this one. Whatever. This is the second time Lynn Shay appeared in a movie about the afterlife. She was the high school teacher in A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Which isn't about the afterlife.
No.
Like, they reference hell, so that's an untrue fact. But
Yeah.
at least it was listed. This is the second project involving horror where Barbara Hershey stars in after The Entity from 1982. In that film, she is pursued by an evil being. Curiously, in this movie, her son Josh, played by Patrick Wilson, is pursued by an evil being. Well, I mean, there's a lot of that in horror. It's kind of the genre.
Right, evil beings. Yeah. Barbara Hershey's name would later be mentioned in the future movie Spy. 5 years later, the film which also stars Rose Byrne.
At around 6 minutes in the opening scene where Dalton and Renee are looking through the photo album, they are both wearing the same pajamas.
I noticed that.
I didn't care.
Yeah. The lipstick-faced demon bears a noticeable resemblance to Darth Maul from Star Wars? Okay, yeah.
Episode
never
1.
mind.
I made that joke.
You made that joke. Yeah,
I was
you're
like,
right.
wait, you died after one lightsaber battle. What are you doing in this movie?
Yeah.
And then they brought him back in the animated thing or whatever. It's like, ugh, the Clone Wars or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I don't count that. But anyway, in the scene where Josh dismisses his class, you can see a drawing of the... Never mind. What the hell with...
Whoopsie.
There's a lot of repeat facts because people want to post facts, but they don't want to read what ones already are there.
And anyone can post a fact on there, so...
But God forbid you look at what's there first before you add.
The trivia items below... Oh, okay, so spoilers. Spoilers ahead. Although the old woman demon is played by a man, it was not until they started working on the sequel that the filmmakers decided that the character was actually a man dressed as a woman.
Which had nothing to do with this one. It does spoil part 2.
Right.
The composer, Joseph Bishara, also acts in the film playing the lipstick-faced demon.
Good job. At around 32 minutes, when Dalton's sheets are found covered in red handprints, it is mistaken for blood, but is actually red lipstick. The red-faced demon, known as the lipstick demon, using his hands to apply his signature red look, leaves the handprints showing how close he already was to Dalton at this point in the film.
Which they never really said, hey, that's not blood in the
Right.
movie. So why that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
Whatever.
know.
That's like a fact within the movie that they never really got to. At around 1 hour and 12 minutes, stuff begins to happen. No.
Yeah.
Josh looks through several pictures of his younger self when he finds out that he can astral project. In one of them, he can be seen carrying a dog, which belongs to director James Wan.
Cool. At around 39 minutes, during the record player scene, the little boy can be seen facing the wall in the cloakroom.
Closet.
Yeah. Okay.
Anywho, also the
Rotten Tomato
scores. The people give 62% positive reviews, and how many?
And the critics give it 66% positive reviews.
Which is actually a little high for most horror movies, unless it's like a classic like The Shining.
Right.
And wow, it's higher than I think it deserves, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
What was your favorite scene? We'll go with that because we already know that we have the least favorite kind of.
The same.
Yeah.
My favorite scene would probably have to be right towards the, like, so the old lady's there and they're talking and everything, and then the kid gets up and starts, like, throwing everything out everywhere and, like, beating the crap out of people, and I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, and then you see that it was the demon
Right.
controlling it and stuff, which, duh.
But, like, I
Okay.
thought that was cool.
My favorite part happened because of the movie, but was not the movie.
Oh, no.
In the movie, there was a part. Do you know where this is going?
I think I do
it
know
might
where
be
this is
something
going.
you had said.
It was.
Do you know what you had said?
Yes.
Would you like to, because you know, would you like to tell them my favorite part?
So
Tell
we're
them what
sitting
happened
there.
in the movie first.
So we're sitting there, right? And the old lady's talking, and she's like, "You wouldn't believe what's going on. You used to be able to do the same thing, so you're the only one who can save your son. It's insidious."
And my favorite part came immediately following that when he said,
"Oh my God, Dad, they said the name."
that was better than the entire movie. It's like, hey, they said the thing. I'm like, I did get startled by your mother.
Yeah, not the movie.
No, wait, that was a different movie.
Oh yeah, that was the.
That was something we were
the
watching
Affleck
last night.
movie last
Yeah, it wasn't
night.
even a horror
Nope,
movie.
Never
mind. That's an unrelated story.
No.
So, what was our least favorite thing? Could it be that it took a half hour for a thing to happen and then another half hour before another thing happened? Now, things like Paranormal Activity, they build up the tension the whole time.
Right.
Like nothing big happens in Alien for the first hour, but they build up the tension. You feel alone and all this.
Right, in Paranormal Activity, within the first 30 minutes, 3 small, creepy things have already happened. In
Right.
this, you see life and a dumb kid fall off a ladder.
And he doesn't wake up in a coma. I almost said he wakes up in a coma, but that doesn't really...
He wakes up into a
He doesn't wake up in a coma one morning. And then it's like, I wonder why. And then it's going to the doctor to find out why. And
the doctors are like, we have no idea, just put him in a bed
then
and leave him
randomly it's
alone
like,
forever.
let's look into the supernatural. Okay? That
Well,
seemed
yeah,
to come out of
'cause-
nowhere.
Yeah, kinda, actually.
Yeah. But it basically takes an hour before anything really happens.
And then another 15, 20 minutes until, like, real supernatural stuff happens.
It's...
And the movie's only 2 hours long.
Yeah, there's a lot of build-up before, you know... And it's not even good build-up.
No.
It's not like there was foreplay for an hour. It's like she was just laying there going, in an hour we're gonna bone. And you just have to sit there naked waiting for her to like tell you your hour's up. Like no kissing and hugging to warm you up to it. Because you know, that's what the guys want is to warm up to it. They're not ready to just... Hey, that's a good description of this movie though. They promise you a lot, and you have to sit there, and they'll be like, we'll have that fun in an hour.
It does take too long to get to anything in this movie.
So,
I mean, once it got there, it was...
on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being this movie, 10 being a good movie, what do you rate it? What do you rate it?
I'm gonna have to go as high as a 6 because
That's way higher than I'm going, but go ahead. Explain to me why it's worth a 6.
Well, it would have been.
How many times do we have to watch
5.
it before we
Yes.
got to... Okay,
It
so
would have been a 5, but
that's still rather high.
but listen, but because it ended in such a way that it's like, hey, now I have to watch the ones that look good.
Okay, which is why I'm giving it a 2. Because I was piqued enough to go, I'll try to sit through the beginning of the sequel, the first sequel. If it gets my attention faster, I'll watch the whole thing. But this movie was homework for me. And a horror movie should not be homework. There are
No.
some movies that, it's like, I should watch it because it's important. But it feels like homework because it doesn't seem entertaining. This is a
Wasn't
horror
even
movie.
important.
It shouldn't be homework. You shouldn't be like, well, I
It's for
have
the
to make
show.
it through this.
Right.
So yeah, I'm going with a 2. Like, I hated this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty bad. But the experience watching it last night was pretty great. Because, or whatever, because we just kept making fun of it. And that was great. And I liked it. So.
And I like other movies that James Wan did. I love the Saw series, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
I like
yeah.
The Conjuring and stuff, but
And other stuff that Blumhouse has done.
sometimes.
Right.
He likes to neuter horror by making it PG-13, and I don't like that.
Well, they've got that Invisible Man that looks good to me. And that's R.
Well, I was just saying he does tend to have a lot of not great
Yeah.
PG-13 stuff. But then again, he's got. Didn't he do Happy Death Day, the first one? I thought that was Blumhouse.
I don't think so.
No?
It might have been.
Well, I know it was PG-13, so I guess I
Yes.
just assumed.
Right.
Anyway,
Okay.
that might be incorrect, but let's give out all the information so that I can go have a cigarette.
You can watch the show on Fact TV Channel 8, Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. and Fridays at 7 p.m.
You can email us, which we won't respond to, at gorystorytime@yahoo.com.
Yeah, you can like us on Facebook. That's us, Gory Storytime at facebook.com. And you could like Fact TV on Facebook.
And if you have, you could be streaming. And if you're streaming, hi. But we know that usually nobody's watching the stream because, we just got confirmed you're not watching this live.
So, thank you.
So if you heard me say that,
Who are you?
this is in the past. We're talking to you from the past. Get out of the house. What?
Yeah. You can go to fact8.com and watch a bunch of back episodes of this where we
And
review
other
movies
shows.
that we liked. And
You have a flake of skin on your face.
No, I don't have skin.
No, it's still there.
No, I don't have
Okay,
skin.
you have a flake of food that looks like skin.
It's probably food.
Apparently, like your brother, you were eating people.
Yep. Oh, you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Jason T. Jakes, capital J, capital T, capital J.
I'm at Craig Jakes, all one word, all lowercase, and we don't talk about this show. And you can also check out my YouTube channel. Just look for Juggalo Jakes, all one word, and there's music videos, old episodes of this, other shows I've done, fake commercials, all sorts of stuff, and a show that I'm about to film after I go have a cigarette that's called One A-Hole's Opinion. I'll say it that way for this show.
Right, so until
Which has
next
him in it
week-
too, because one.
Yeah. So until next week, I'm your host, Jason.
I'm his co-host and his father, Craig.
And sweet dreams.